And for years now, the southern Israeli town of Sderot has been the target of almost daily rocket attacks launched from Gaza. The mayor of the town quit on Wednesday as the most recent salvo of Qassam rockets hit. As Israelis and Palestinians resume negotiations on the Middle East crisis, our correspondent Paula Sneer pays a visit to Sderot.
Fear, panic, hysteria as rockets from Gaza crash down on southern Israel. The sirens sound yet again. And just as they've been doing for years now, people rush for cover. They've less than 30 seconds to get to safety. For the past 6 years, it's been like this almost every other day for the residents of Sderot, a working-class town in southern Israel. More than 4,500 rockets have been launched from Gaza just 1 mile away. This year alone, 970 rained down. On Wednesday, the mayor of the town quit as the latest salvo of 18 hit.
This is a bus stop, but it's probably the only one in the world that also serves as a bomb shelter. There's no area here for people to sit, and the walls are enforced concrete. When the sirens sound, people rush inside here, and there's a small area for them to hide. Sderot is probably the only city where, in the time it takes to travel from one bus stop to another, rockets can fall, and waiting for a bus can be the difference between life and death.
For Russian-born Irina Biazrov, ordinary life for her husband and 3 children is snatched at between rocket attacks. But there have been some narrow misses. Her sister spent a month and a half in hospital after being hit by flying shrapnel, and her children were spared by mere minutes.
I just picked up my children from the babysitter's house. A few minutes later, a Qassam landed in the garden where they had been playing. It blew the garden apart. It was awful.
Irina's taught her children to stay calm when the sirens sound, and they know where to run and hide when a rocket falls. In between the moments of madness, life in Sderot is deadly quiet. Irina's afraid to put on the radio or television in case she doesn't hear a siren.
It's like playing a game of roulette. We're completely unsafe and unprotected. If a rocket falls on you, you're unlucky. And if it doesn't, then you're lucky.
The latest salvo of rockets struck Sderot just hours after Prime Minister Ehud Olmert vowed to remove their threat. The Security Cabinet met and recommended targeted operations against Hamas and other militants operating in Gaza, but ruled out a large-scale operation. Tensions are running high after the Israeli army killed 6 militants earlier in the week. In Israel's broadest military operation since Hamas took control of Gaza in June, tanks and bulldozers moved into an area that is a main launching ground for rocket and mortar assaults on army bases. But the timing couldn't be worse, as Israelis and Palestinians were scheduled to resume negotiations on Wednesday, their first formal peace talks in 7 years. The meeting went ahead despite the new outbreak of violence. While in Sderot, the rockets keep falling. Those who can have fled the town. But for the many thousands who've nowhere to go, each day brings with it the uncertainty of whether they'll make it to a shelter in time. Paula Sneer, Russia Today, Sderot.